2 plus 2 equals 2. 9 plus 6 equals 5. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2, and then plus 1 equals 8. And then put down the decimal. 18.52 is your answer. They're both negative, so you put them down negative. So I'm subtracting decimals, and so 9 minus 0 equals 9. And you can't do 3 minus 6, so you put the 4 over here. Bring up 13. Oops. 13. And 13 minus 6 is 7. And then 4 equals 2. 12.79 is your answer. Okay, 7 times 2 is 14. You carry the 1. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 7 times 4 is 28. And then there's 2 decimals. So 2 is 1 decimal place, and then 1 equals 3. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 4. 2.8 and 4 is your answer. Okay, so you can't have a decimal in the divisor, so you're going to move it over 1, and you have to do the same to the dividend. You're going to place it up there. And then now just 2 divided by 10 equals 5, and that equals 10, and 0, and 6 again is 6, and that equals 3, and 5.3 is now your answer. Okay, so you're going to rewrite the problem. W minus 5.8 equals 1.2. So to undo subtraction, you add 5.8, cross it off, 5.8, 10 carry 1, 5, 6, 7, 7.0, and then you do W equals 7.0, and this is your answer. So I already rewrote the problem, and what undoes addition, subtraction? So you minus 8.91, cross that out, and then you minus 8.91 from this too, and you borrow 1, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, and that'd be 9, that'd be 0, that'd be 1, and that'd be 1. So 11.9 would be your answer, but you put K equals 11.09. And that is your answer. So I already rewrote my problem. 1.2 times y. To undo that, you put divide by 1.2, and you divide by 1.2 the other side, and then y. And then 1.44 divided by 1.2. You move it over once, so you move it over here once, and then it comes up there. And 12 goes into 14 once, and that equals 12, and that equals 24, and 1.2. 2 is your answer. Minus 24 equals 0. So I already had the problem wrote, and division, what undoes division, which is multiplication, so I would eliminate, make the y alone, and then you times it to the other side. 81, so negative 0.6 times 82. So you already know it's going to be negative. And 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1 is 1. And 0. And 6 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. You bring that up here, and then 8 times 0 is 4. 0, and then you add the 4. And 2. I think that's a 1, yeah, 9. 4. So negative 4, 9, 0, 2 is your answer. But you got the decimal, so just 1 plus 0 equals 1, so you got to move it over 1. Oops, move it over 1. Move it over 1, so you move it over here. And yeah. So, how to add fractions. They both already have 15 as a common denominator, so you go, and the common denominator always stays the same. So it's 15 over 6 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equals 9/15, and 9/15 is your answer. So, how to subtract fractions. They have two different denominators, so you're going to find the common denominator. And just from using logic, you can figure out that it's 24, because 2 goes in 24 evenly, and 24 is 24 too. So I'm just going to show it. 6, 8, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay. And so they're right here. And so you rewrite it as equal 21 over 24. And you would times it by how many times it gets to 24. That's 1, so it's 24 over 21. And then how you rewrite a half. You would times it by 12 equals 24 over 12. So 21 over 24 minus 12 over 24 equals 24. And 21 minus 12 equals 9. 9/24 is your answer. What we're going to do here is just times them, and we already know it's going to be negative because there's one negative sign. And so 1/4 times 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 3 is 12. And then you got to divide this by 2 because so you got to simplify it. 1 times 2, and then 1/6 is now your answer. So 3/4 divided by 6/7. You're going to rewrite that, use KCF, and you'll write it as 3/4 times 7 over 6. And then you're going to do, and then that equals 3 times 7 and 4 times 6. And you make that one and make this 2. And then you'll get 4 times 2 is 8, and 7 ace is your answer. So m plus 1/6 equals 5/6. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Plus 1/6 equals 5/6. And then I'm just going to, the inverse operation of addition is subtraction, so you're going to minus, and you have to do it to the other side too. And then 1/6, they are the same denominator, so you're just going to do minus 6, and then equals 5 minus 1, and 6, so it equals 4/6. 5/6 divided by 2 is 2/3. 2/3 is your answer. So and 1/5 equals 3/5. So you're gonna rewrite it. That's a 1. 1 equals 3/5. And as you can see, they are the same denominator, but and the inverse of subtraction is addition, so you're going to do it to both sides, plus 7/5 to cancel that out, so n equals, and 7 plus 7/5 right, plus 7/5 right here, and then you're going to get, then you're just going to do it, so 3 plus 7 over 5, 5 is the denominator, and 10/5, and that would be 5 times 2, it'd be 2. Because 10 over 5, and that converts to 2 because 5 times 2 equals 10. So you always do multiplication because you can't divide fractions, so it's going to be times, you do reciprocal times 5 over 1, cancels this out, x, and you have to do the other side too, so times 5 over 1. To make that a fraction, it's 4 over 1 times 5 over 1, so it equals 20 over 1, and 20 over 1 equals 20, and 20 is your answer. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. 6y equals 1/2. And so then what you're going to do is you always multiply. You just do because it's fractions. So I'm going to multiply 1 over 6 because 6 is how you do it. 6 over 1 is the right fraction, but you got to do reciprocal. So it'd be 1 over 6 times over here, and then
1/2 times 1/6 equals 1/12, and 1/12 is your answer, so x equals 1/12. Yay!